Good morning. Oh, I thought I was about to sing good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Debs Cooper, global stressologist. Thank you for joining me here today. Uh, I'm currently in Perth, so let's just see if this rolls today. It looks like it is. Um, there we go. Now we've clicked over. Appreciating being the villain in someone's story. I think I was about to make Facebook them my villain in my story. I'm sure we've all got moments like that. So let me know if you were here watching live or if you're here with hashtag replay. That would be awesome. Today's going to be an interesting one because this is really, since I announced this last week, it's really stirred some stuff up in people. And more people are sharing their stories to me. And I'm honestly cringing what people are saying about people. You know, there was a time that we fixed each other's crowns, and now it just seems to be more and more what I'm hearing is taking each other out. So let's crack on. Woohoo! Well, Mina, she's here. She found me. Thank you very much. So let me crack on. Grab that note-taking device because this is, as much as I say this is a serious one, and it's not, it actually is because it is affecting people. And even someone I caught up with yesterday was telling me some stories, and I was cringing inside going, really? People say that? Wow, they really have nothing better to do. So without me going on a tangent, I put some notes together and I really would love to get this across to you of how to appreciate when you are a villain in someone's story. Hi, Ashley. Oh, Perth, buddy. Perth, buddy. So grab that note-taking device because these tips are going to be solid for you, and please implement them and just take in what you can. So the first one is actually to drop the pressure to explain yourself to everyone. Drop the pressure to explain yourself to everyone. And you must know that we do this. Because I started explaining the other day and I was like, no way, no way. So let me tell you the signs that come up. So you'll find yourself over explaining decisions or replaying conversations in your head. You can hear yourself feel this. Or you feel anxious after setting boundaries, and that anxiousness comes from inside. Or you're even worried about they might take it the wrong way, which is also known as eggshells, when people are you're walking around on eggshells with people. So the real life example is you say no to attending a family event or a work event because you're actually overwhelmed and you needed rest. Yeah, we got that. So you spend the next few days crafting texts, explaining yourself in voice notes, and you start feeling guilty about choosing your own serenity. We can feel this, can't we? Like when I was putting these notes together, I was like, oh, yeah. So here's the tips to get through these ones. There's actually a mantra I put together, and it says, not everyone needs to understand me for me to be aligned. Not everyone needs to understand me for me to be aligned. What about that? Just even saying that to yourself, it actually just gives you that little bit of power back. And there's a one-liner boundary is, I won't be able to make it, thanks for understanding. I won't be able to make it, thanks for understanding. Now that's a shorter way of saying, no, that doesn't work for me. Thanks for I won't be able to make it, thanks for understanding. It just feels a little bit soft. And then let that be enough. That's it. That's all you got to do. I won't be able to make it, thanks for understanding. Can you see yourself and feel yourself say that? That's actually pretty simple. People may be shocked that you're going to respond like that, but this is just practice. The more you put this in place, the more they're going to respect you as soon as you start respecting yourself. So the next one is you're going to build inner certainty even when others disagree. You're going to build inner certainty even when others disagree. So this actually shows up with you second guess yourself when others challenge your choices. Why are you doing that? Who said you could do that? Oh, I didn't think you'd do that. I didn't think you'd step that way. So you also delay decisions until someone else approves them. Oh, I just have to wait for my partner or my boss or my child, or I need to check on everyone else. You delay those decisions until someone else approves them. And the other one is you feel like you need backup before speaking your truth. Ooh, this is harsh, isn't it? I felt that. You feel like you need backup before speaking your truth. So here's a real life example. Is you choose to leave a job or relationship, a job or relationship, and that doesn't feel right for you, or actually it isn't right for you. And someone says, oh, you're being selfish, or that's not a smart move. We've all had people like this. And then suddenly you question your decisions. Oh, no, you can't do that. You're being selfish. No, that's not right. Oh, I wouldn't be doing that if I was you. Any of those things, because you can hear those little Pac-Man voices come in. So the tip to resolve this is actually reconnect to your why. Why? Why am I moving forward? What's going on for me? But you're going to anchor into this, into your reasons before sharing them. But only share if you desire. Don't share to justify. I'm doing this because, but it's only if you desire to do it. Don't justify your actions. As soon as you've justified your actions, you're in a completely different ballpark. So know that certainty is an inside job, and it doesn't come from agreement. It actually comes from standing true to you and alignment of who you are. Certainty is an inside job, and it comes from an alignment for who you are. I did say get your note-taking device, didn't I? I'll ask questions at the end, but if you've got any, throw them in the chat. That would be pretty awesome. So the next one is actually to let go of guilt for choosing your own path. Who's had guilt for choosing something and then they're like, uh-oh. Even I, just 2 days ago, chose something and instantly went into guilt. So the signs show up as you actually dim your desires. You dim your desires so others don't feel uncomfortable. You feel disloyal for growing past what's unfamiliar. You feel disloyal for growing past what's unfamiliar. Or you apologize for evolving. Who's done that? Who's done that? Yeah. So the real life example is you pursue someone's something ambitious. You pursue something ambitious, like a move or a new career or a partner or a friend or something. And so you're just leaving us behind, someone says. Suddenly you're carrying their disappointment like it's a burden. Oh, you're leaving us behind. Are we not good enough? You've heard that. So this is a great one. This is one that actually brought tears to my eyes the other day. So you're going to affirm this truth as my growth isn't a betrayal. My growth isn't a betrayal. So growth is going to stretch you out of your old roles, yes, but you don't need to shrink to stay loved. Growth is going to stretch you out of your old identity, your old role, but you don't need to shrink to stay loved. Because the right people will love you for who you are, not who you used to be, and for who you're going to be. The right people will love you for who you are, not who you used to be, and not who you're going to be. And that way then you choose serenity over permission from others. The only permission is needed within you. The next one is reclaim your energy. I love that last one. Just saying. Reclaim your energy from people pleasing and overthinking. Oh my gosh, we all know this one. So this means you spend hours and hours and hours analyzing what others think. You shapeshift to avoid being seen as a problem. Yeah, have we got this? And you feel burnt out from constantly trying to keep the peace. You feel burnt out for constantly trying to keep the peace. So here's an example. So you're always the fixer in your friendship circle or family or work. And when someone is upset, you drop everything to solve it. Oh, it's just starting to make people feel uncomfortable here. And it's until you're actually emotionally depleted and resentful. So what you're going to do is to resolve this, you're going to catch the pattern early. Catch it early. Oh, got it. You're going to ask yourself, am I helping from love or fear? Hi, Belle. Belle's on her way to Perth. Bring it on. Am I helping someone from love or fear? And you're going to start building this muscle of pausing before reacting. Now, I've been in my business 19 years and I'm still pulling myself back on that. I'm like, okay, I'm building my muscle to pause before react. Pause before react. Because not every fire is yours to put out. Not every fire is yours to put out. And empowering others is teaching them to fish, not handing the fish to them to eat and create from. Empowering others is teaching them to fish, not handing them the fish for them. Hi, Shari. Welcome, welcome. The next one is how to reclaim your energy. Oh, I think I just did that one. Oh, I think I just did that one. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, great. That was that one. The next one is my stories. There we go, my stories. So let me talk about my stories because I've been fed things I have done and had done, and some I hear and I go, no way, no way. Me? Seriously? Me? And others I laugh at. But honestly, they are all irrelevant. They're all completely irrelevant. And so when I think about this, if people take offense to me, I can't change that. And it isn't my role to change that. My role is just to be me and stand true to me. You're going to find who comes into your circle and who doesn't. And it's okay to move people into your closest circle. It's okay to move people out layers and layers. Because we have this inner circle that we have a desire to be around. But also know when people come in, you can still move them out with waves. And it's totally okay. So I am going to say this is one of my things I'm really working on is my face. And you're like, oh, your face is lovely or not lovely, whatever it is. But my face, because my eye rolling this last week has been on point. I'm like, really? And I can feel it. So just watch your face and watch your energy around it. Because when you're on track, when you're literally on track, the craziness disperses and it's not even in your way. Other people's opinions are not yours to worry about. And people will try and take you down, and it's okay. Just ignore them because they're really not a worthy opponent. Thanks, Tony Robbins, for that. Because sometimes people go, Deborah did this and Deborah did this, and I'm left with, okay, yeah. Are they actually worthy of having this conversation where I can engage them and shift them out of their perception with me, or just let it be, let it be. And this is actually one from Belle that I heard a couple of weeks ago, and it's a great one. As soon as you enter the arena, for that discussion with them, you've lost. Take that in. As soon as you enter the arena, you've already lost. Ugh. Yeah, thanks for that one. I'm learning that one. I'm learning that one. It does not mean to be quiet. You will speak your truth when it's ready, but you're going to choose who to speak your truth to. You don't need to justify your actions and your decisions. You just control your emotions. The next one is glitter bomb. You knew there'd be a glitter bomb coming in here somewhere. So the signs when you're not in alignment with your glitter is you feel drained and you're irritable and constantly comparing your life to others. You're snapping at people or withdrawing when you usually wouldn't. You'd usually be leaning in, but you're actually leaning back, but you're snappy, you're on edge. And you're easily swayed by others' opinions and second guess your choices. You're easily swayed by others' opinions and second guess your choices. So when I was thinking about this, I was talking to a lady the other day, and she actually said to me she was scrolling through social media and she sees someone launching this program or having the perfect weekend, and it really just threw her right out completely that she actually froze. So she was felt behind, she questioned her own path, and she started brainstorming offers out of pressure and desperation, not inspiration. Can we see these in us? And the other one is, when I was thinking about these real life examples that actually came up yesterday morning, is you cancel plans or ignore messages, not because you're busy, but because you're overstimulated or you're under-inspired and nothing feels exciting anymore. You cancel plans or ignore messages, not because you're busy, but because you're overstimulated, you're under-inspired and nothing feels exciting anymore. Yeah. So here's my resolution tips. Glitter time. You're going to do glitter time every day, whether it's 1 minute, whether it's 2 minutes, whether it's 3 minutes, whether it's 5 minutes, whatever it is. You're going to schedule non-negotiable glitter time each day. Now, I have glitter time blocked out in my diary, and I just know, and no matter what I'm doing, that's my glitter time. And it could be my work, it could be just something, it could be whatever it is, but it's my glitter time, for me to hold on to me. And so you're going to reconnect with an activity that brings you a spark. Now, whether that's dancing, whether it's doodling, whether it's making love, whether it's gardening, whether it's singing a bit of music or anything, you're going to reconnect with something that just lights you up and you can feel that inside. And when I talked a little bit about the social media on earlier, you're going to remind yourself that comparison is a thief, but inspiration is a compass. Comparison is a thief, but inspiration is a compass. So you're using that compass to guide you where you're going to go, and that glitter time is part of that. If you're feeling depleted during the day, what have I done lately that actually lit me up? What have I done today that's lit me up? So look at what those things are if you're just starting to feel yourself depleted and going back down. Whether that's your favourite undies, changing your undies halfway through the day, you can do that, I'm sure. Lipstick, your favourite perfume, your space, whatever that is. But you're going to anchor in your glitter time every day, whatever it is. And if you feel there's a decision that you have to make or need to make and it feels a little bit wobbly, ensure that you do that glitter time just before, because that glitter time is actually going to bring you some clarity, and you're going to go into that decision with a completely different thought process. And there's a little mantra I put together which I'm still playing around with because it doesn't feel 100%, but it's actually, when I'm lit, I don't wobble. When I'm lit, I don't wobble. I'm just still trying to play around with that little one because I feel there's got to be a little bit more sprinkle into that. But if someone wants to recreate one for me, when I'm lit, I don't wobble, drop it in the chat. I'm all for that. And then the last tip I'm going to give you is, you're not alone. Here we go. Here goes Deborah promoting herself again, serving with value. I've been doing this for 19 years. I am leaning in to people, helping people transform them around the world. These videos are definitely helpful, absolutely helpful, but I'm here for you. I'm going to drop a moment in the chat for you. Book a time with me and let's get this stuff moving, because there's nothing worse than staying stagnant, staying complacent, whatever you're doing. There is a far greater place out there for you, even if you think you've reached the peak. If someone is telling you they've reached the peak, they haven't reached the peak. They've reached the peak with their blind eyes. They can't see any more than that. So get yourself out there. There's a far greater place to be wherever you are in the world. And I'm here in Perth. I'm here to the Breakthrough Experience tomorrow with Dr. John D. Martini, who's a human behavioural specialist. I'm helping him with a fabulous event. I'm going to drop the notes in the chat there if you want to come along to that. And I've also got a Breakfast of Champions with Dr. Bellstone and myself. We're here to transform people's lives and put together their purpose statement that gives them a tear. And we do that over breakfast. So I'll put them both in the chat. Let me know. Oh, when I'm lit, I'm locked in. Oh, I like that. I want a little bit more glitter, Shari. Come on, let's get this glitter going. Let's get this. Don't fit meaning leaving home. Home meaning self. Oh, don't flit. Oh, don't flit. Oh, nice one, Emma. Nice one, Emma. So that's me, Debs Cooper, global stressologist, signing off on appreciating the villain in someone's story, because the truth is, it's actually your story. Let them have their own. Let them have their own. Thanks very much for joining me. I will see you next week, where I've got a pretty cool one coming up. Another different one. Thanks very much. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I'll see you next time on the call. Bye.